Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 1359 South Hudson Avenue in Los Angeles, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line here on the property for Jared Meshaber. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I was unable to locate any exposed or accessible main sewer line cleanout. The main sewer line cleanout is an area outside the structure that has a removable cap allowing direct access into the system and is the standard access for maintenance, or your maintenance access. So what I did is I brought the equipment up onto the roof and I dropped down through a vertical vent pipe that penetrates the roof. It comes up from the horizontal drain lines under the structure, pushed through about 10 feet of pipe to get outside the building, and then continued all the way out to the public sewer, and that's where we're looking into now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the recording here, and we'll take a look at this line backwards. Got some water running here to help us keep the camera clean, and we'll get a look at this way. Drop in the public sewer here real quick so we can rinse the lens off a little bit. Alright, so as we pull off of the public sewer, we're pulling back through a 6-inch concrete pipe. Now, these concrete pipe materials are pretty common in these older parts of Los Angeles. It's the same type of concrete you would see for your sidewalks and things like that. The concrete pipes exhibit similar characteristics as the older vitrified clay pipes, with the exception that they do deteriorate. You can see the bottom of the pipe here where the water flow line is, but there's some deterioration. But the most important difference here from the concrete pipes, especially the 6-inch pipes under the street, is the City of LA is requiring rehabilitation of these concrete laterals with an approved lining system at the property owner's expense in the event of certain types of construction on the property. So our purpose here today is really to see what kind of condition it's in, not recommend a lining system just to say it needs to be lined, but it is a possibility. Now I'm seeing deterioration, some minor cracks, kind of typical stuff in an older concrete pipe. Nothing of any alarming nature, and nothing that would suggest to me that this pipe really needs to be lined. You see the minor stress cracking there beyond the joints, things like that. Alright, pulled back here now, we're back into the clay pipe. So this is right near the front of the property where we transition from the 4-inch clay to that 6-inch concrete. Now, the vitrified clay pipe materials, they do have a long service life expectancy. Essentially, they are made from an earth material, a natural material, so they're less likely to deteriorate underground, but they are also pretty brittle in nature and do have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity and earthquake. So I've got a handful of areas like this. You look, the first kind of circle or seam you see there is the joint, and just beyond it, you see there's a crack. It's that kind of brighter orange colored area you're looking at there. We've got a handful of this type of cracking in this clay pipe. Now, I would certainly categorize this as a stress cracking situation, but it is damage. No evidence of any soil or roots coming through any of these cracks, so I can't really say that the system's been compromised necessarily, but it is something that certainly would justify repair recommendation. But for the time being, there's no evidence that these cracked areas are even affecting the overall function of the system. So while I am definitely going to recommend that one should install a standard main sewer line cleanout over here on the left side of the structure, right there where the structure meets the driveway. Here's another one of those areas in this Y fitting that makes this turn to the right. little bit more significant. Let's kind of make a little jog there. Now we're pulling back up along the left side of the structure, and kind of the same thing here, a couple of more little cracks. But those last two were probably the more severe of the cracks. So in a situation like this, we're really saying that there is some damage, there is some stress on the pipe. It might get worse. Certainly no disadvantage to being proactive and performing a few repairs in this situation. But it's also reasonable to suggest, since the line is working, that one could monitor those. And if conditions worsen, then we would be stressing more importance on performing repairs. I'll go ahead and include about what a couple of point repairs on this situation would cost, also what a lining system would be, things like that, just a kind of a reflection of industry standard on that, my written report. Alright, so we're getting back close to the structure now, coming around this turn. This is basically a 90-degree turn as you come out the left side, and pulling back into the original cast iron drain pipes here under the house, and they're pretty corroded, kind of typical for a house of this age. These cast iron pipes, they lasted 70-80 years on average. Alright, just go ahead and real quick pull back up out of this vent. Let's show you where we're dropping in. This is the waste vent here. And this is basically right in the middle of the roof. You drop in and run straight out to that side into the driveway. There's the structure behind. Now, I was told that there's a guest structure here at the back. I was told that there used to be a bathroom in there, but I can't find any evidence of any lines that are capped off or any way I could access that, so we wouldn't be looking at that at this point. I can say that if it's planned to put something else back there, that is an on-grade structure. Most likely it would require a sewage ejection pump to be done properly. That would be investigated with the plumber if anything is going to be done back there. Alright, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination for today. Please do refer to my written report for a description of the final findings and recommendations. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.